Welcome to Module 2, the basics. Let's go through the basics of starting your agency. Module 2 starts with why niche down and productize your services. So, why are we niching down? What are we selling as an agency? And why is it going to be as specific as it possibly can be? Well, instead of doing everything, the most successful way to go about this is to do one thing for specific people. And that means launching a productized service. So what is a productized service? Well, a productized service is a service that you offer that is the same for almost every client. So for instance, at X27, we do cold email outreach as one of our offerings. And let's say it's $5,000 a month for X number of meetings, $5,000 a month for 10 meetings. You're gonna have to check with Robert on that exact pricing, but $5,000 a month for 10 meetings. And every client we're gonna sell at $5,000 a month for 10 meetings, $5,000 a month for 10 meetings. And if a client wants 8 meetings, we're not going to sell that to them because it's productized. So we're gonna say, oh, we don't do 8 meetings. We only do $5,000 a month for 10 meetings. And we're gonna say stuff like that. Or if they want 15 meetings, we're gonna say, oh, we don't do 15 meetings. We do $5,000 a month for 10 meetings or $10,000 a month for 20 meetings. And by doing that, by having a productized service, you're able to make your systems run a lot more efficiently. Because you know the difference between getting like 3 meetings and getting 10 meetings, right? A lot of it's the same work. So if you can get them to lock in for 10, you're gonna do better. So that's why you productize. You wanna make sure that all your clients are as similar as possible so that you can grow. And that's also why we're niching down. So why niche down? Because if you are locked in to one niche, you're gonna be uniquely valuable, okay? Uniquely valuable. You're also gonna be able to do custom outreach without having to customize so much. One of the reasons why we were able to kill it so hard with cold email outreach and sales in the beginning with X27 is because we were the first or one of the first lead generation agencies that was selling to digital agencies. Now, maybe it's saturated, and I'll talk about agency niche saturation and niche saturation in general in a second. But because we were the first with a specific, unique offer, we were able to customize way less in our outreach and still destroy. That's what you get with a niche. That's what you get with full understanding, and that's what we're going to talk about later. So it makes it so much easier to do custom outreach. You're also going to have improved copy and targeting throughout the funnel. Imagine talking to one specific person. So for instance, let's say you do website development for breweries, like beer making companies in the United States. Your entire funnel can now be talking about what makes a good brewery website. What should we put on a brewery website? Here's all of our past results for breweries, etc. You can get so hyper specific with your offer because you're going for one type of client and you're not worrying about building websites for cupcake stores or for multinational corporations. You're only doing breweries, and that really, really helps. And it makes it easier to get results for clients. If you're doing basically the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to get better at that specific thing. So to use that example again, you're going to become the greatest person in the world at building websites for breweries. And so breweries will be seeking you out and you'll charge more and more, and it'll become easier and easier the more money you make. So basically, work's getting easier and your dollars are going up and your clients are happier. Win, win, win. That's what you get with a productized service. And the conversion rate goes up because let's say you run a brewery, you go to the go-to person for building brewery websites, of course they're going to work with you. Price doesn't matter. All that matters is you do this thing and you're good at it, so of course they're going to work with you. And it's easier to scale because if you're building the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to have specific processes and specific things that you're going to be dealing with over and over and over again, and so it becomes easier to scale that up and to hire people to do the work. Now, this is the thing to keep in mind. As an agency, no custom projects. Most agencies run into this trap. You start offering, let's say you come at it with I'm going to do a productized service. We're going to do 10 meetings for $5,000 a month. Alex is so smart. Then somebody comes to you and they're like, 3 meetings? I'll pay you $200 for it. And you're like, oh, I want to make money. And so you do that. Now all of a sudden, you've destroyed the next 10 years of your life because your beautiful productized model is now broken in favor of you doing $200 here. Then he leads to more $200 clients. And then maybe he offers, to send you a SEO client, which is not even what you're selling at all, but you take them because you need the money. And now all of a sudden, you're done. You're done, son. You've ruined your life completely. These clients are bothering you all the time. You're not making any money, etc. So stick to the plan. Now, how did we niche down at X27? I was working in New York City at an agency, and I decided that I didn't want to just be a junior sales guy. I wanted to do the marketing for this agency. So I pitched the CEO. The CEO allowed us to do the marketing, but because of corporate politics, he couldn't make me the director of marketing without also making me a contractor and forcing me to start my own business. So I started my own marketing company, X27, and at first, we used to do marketing for everyone. We did startups, and I emailed them via AngelList. We closed a couple clients. And we did agencies, and I emailed them, and we closed a couple clients. But nothing really crazy was happening. What changed everything was when we decided to niche down. We started selling marketing reviews to agencies. And it started at $2,000, then it went to $4,500. And then we started charging $8,000 and $12,000 and then $12,000 a month to do marketing for these agencies. That's what worked for us when we found our niche. And I'm not saying the niche or the business idea is to sell lead generation or marketing reviews to agencies. I would actually say that's probably pretty saturated at this point. Our company is great at it. There's dozens of others that do it. We'll talk about saturation in a second. But if you offer literally anything else, you're going to be able to succeed. And that's what I want to talk about here. The niche, think about why the niche worked for X27. I was director of marketing at a major agency. I had a case study where the CEO said that we made him $1 million, basically 16% increase in their revenue for the year. We had that on video. We still have that. Tom is a mentor of mine. I talk to him all the time. If you don't have that, this niche is not going to work for you. So find the niche that works for you. That's what we want to talk about here. But that's how we niche down at X27. Now, let's go through the next step, which is level of client awareness. Let's go. Let's keep moving.